This is gonna be tough. I've trained my body to do things that people like me shouldn't be able to do. But unfortunately for me, flying ain't one of them.
Don't follow me!
Biologist and archaeologist who we feel is going to be an undeniable asset here at Proxus. Won't you please join me in welcoming her to our team? Dr. Sally Rodell.
Adapt or die.
Secure the area until Alpha Corps can arrive.
Solari! Save us! It is the truest law of the earth. Very few things have the ability to survive the test of time. Though we may not be around to see them to their fullest fruition, what we struggle to create now will be the triumphant echoes from the past.
Alpha Corps will be here in 5 minutes! Hold the line!
5 minutes? Thanks for the heads up. I was here. I lived. I am still here. Among you. Sweet dreams, children. It is that struggle that is the friction of creation. I would like to thank Mr. Eusebio for allowing me the opportunity to discover and create alongside my esteemed colleagues at Proxus. Thank you.
An archaeologist? It's a bit archaic, isn't it?
She's well studied, Jerry, but if you want to question her credentials, be my guest.
That's not what I was saying. It's just an unusual area of expertise to pair with biology.
Well, Dr. Rodell, from my understanding, is an unusual woman. Don't be threatened, Jerry. She's on our side. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Photo?
You took that like a chomp.
Were you trying to knock me out?
No, if it's meant to be a death blow.
Yeah, right. Stand down.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Rip and the Silverback, episode 23. Oh, that didn't trigger anyone. Oh, good. I'm the Silverback. He's Rip. How you doing, Eric?
Good, man. What's up? What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Oh, I'm not. I've got a fucking house of chaos, but other than a ripped out bathroom now with a toilet that's barely functioning, with a front room that's now acting as a storage depot for a new bathroom, and a front lawn that's acting as a dump for the old bathroom.
That's rough.
Other than that, a cat that's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
What is going on in my house?
Other than that, though, everything's good.
Great.
Fantastic.
Marvelous. Yeah, other than no sleep.
That's
hey,
rough.
Ladies.
Shout out.
Yeah, how you doing?
I've been good, man. I've been busy, man. We got some stuff obviously we've been working on that hopefully we can get some of the stuff announced like this upcoming week that we've been preparing. Few special things we have left for this Yaira campaign that I'm really, really excited for. So yeah, we've been working nonstop on that. I've been in meetings after meeting after meeting after meeting, such as my life. But man, I've been good, man. I'm feeling really good. I can't complain. I'm healthy, So yeah, feeling good.
Feel you that. And we are in the end month. Yaira, the campaign ends in about 3 weeks, approximately 3 weeks from now.
You can take, yeah. A little over 3 weeks.
Yeah. 26th of May.
Yeah.
So just 3.5 weeks or so.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a porno. 3.5 weeks.
That could work.
Sure,
Three and a half.
in the 80s.
3.5 weeks left. Like I said, we're really going to we got some things that are going to be very, very special. Let's say that, because we're going to be entering into a new era soon, as we've discussed many times before. With us kind of changing our format, new website, all of that. It's just an incredibly exciting time. But we have some things still up our sleeves for this campaign that will get I think people stoked for the future, man, because it's exciting for us, and I think it's going to be exciting for our customers. But it's all work, though. I mean, at the end of the day, it's you got to do the work. There's no substitute for that. So
sure,
our artists have been working incredibly hard. All the writers, everybody, of course, behind the scenes, all the executives and such, man, because there's a lot that just to keep a company moving. It's a lot. And we got Rippaverse, to Kara's point. We got a lot of cool things that are happening with that. So yeah, it's just a really exciting era that we're about to enter into post Yaira. But we still have some special things for this campaign. And I mean, the thing that we're really stoked about is that people are finally going to get the books in hand, which is going to be very, very exciting. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm stoked, man. I really can't wait for people to get their items.
Can I put you, possibly put you on the spot for a second?
Go ahead.
So, we had a little chat. I mean, an open chat here on the stream, where Yaira was going to be the last campaign for a good while.
Yeah, remember that, huh?
And I kind of posed a poll, for the chat, and I said, because I personally believe campaigns are exciting time, because the time of a campaign can vary, but I believe a campaign is an exciting time for the people that want to get involved in that early moment, to pick up those extras, because you've always got the additional cover D, that's going to be there for everybody to pick up whenever they come into the Rippaverse. Have you thought about that any further?
Yes, and the good news is, I know you'll be happy about it, is that I think we found a happy medium. So there will be at least for our mainline books, that we maybe even an event in the future or something that we absolutely should have one for. What we're going to do is we're going to have a version of it. So it's not going to look exactly the same, right, in terms of its format. It being like the campaign that you see right now. However, as far as items and bundles and the numbers, obviously, that people get to see in a limited time frame, we are going to be able to do that. And it's going to be, again, in a format that we've come up with that is going to be unique. We have a name for it and everything. I'm really
okay.
So that element of, because you were right, I'm glad that we had that conversation on stream, because you're correct that there's something obviously special about the campaign, right? It's the intrigue, the enthusiasm, all that's there, and it comes out alongside it. And maybe there is a version of it where we shorten it because we have other books that are going to be releasing out that are going to be released as well. So we went back to the drawing board, and we analyzed it, and we said, okay, dev team got with them, and we found out a version of it that, again, it'll have a special name once everybody sees the new website. Gooding will be obviously the first kind of version of this, that people will be able to see. But it will have those aspects, the limited time offers, the bundles, the numbers. It will have that aspect that'll be alongside it, because that's what gets people stoked. So I think we found a nice little happy medium, and I think people are going to be stoked on. And when they see it as well, the design of everything, I think is really going to get people stoked on it for. So yeah, it was a good conversation. It was substantive. to get that feedback, because yeah, it does seem that is the general consensus, that they still like the aspects. There's certain aspects of the campaign that are going to be hard to replicate if we don't do it at all. So just it's like, okay, let's take those aspects, try to add it to what we're doing in the future, and let's see what happens. So I'm excited. Dev team came up with something very, very cool. So yeah, it's gonna be good stuff.
Okay. By the way, chat, I just want you to know this isn't a pre-planned conversation.
Yeah.
This is legitimately me kind of putting Eric on the spot here.
Yeah.
And I just do really because I'm a big fan of yourself and what's going on in the Rippaverse. Big fan of the ideas that you've been floating, and the way that the audience has gravitated towards. I'm a fan first,
Yeah.
Everything they've got paid for, you know. It's still like 2 months or so, approximately 2 months until the Rippaverse turns 2 years old.
Yep. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know that not the betrayer, as the inquisitor, I'm inquisitive. Because I think it's an interesting thing, because as a fan, I really get excited for the launch of a campaign.
Yeah.
I really get excited. You kind of feel the whole vibe from everybody. So there's an anticipation there. You know that you're going to get a book. You know that you're going to get maybe a couple of variants depending on the size of the campaign. You're sort of looking at what else is there. You're sort of also looking at, okay, who's doing these other covers? Who they managed to snag this time around is Graham Nolan. Graham Nolan.
Yeah.
Also, then, with this being still a couple of months away from 2 years, there's going to be 5 Rippaverse books released this year.
Yeah, man. There's and that's why we had to. That was the happy medium part of it, right? It was. We have to also consider the increase in volume, right?
Yeah.
I think what happens by the end of the year, you're going to. I know people feel like this is the beginning stages, and we very much are. We're not even 2 years into it, but I believe folks are going to look at Rippaverse.com as more of a place where they're going to go there to get everything Rippaverse, but they're also going to see things that they may have not saw before. Maybe it's a book, maybe it's a merchandise item, maybe it's whatever it may be. Maybe it's a new animation, maybe it's something that we're doing with Rippaverse Studios. To get people to understand that this is something that I take very, very seriously. Like, right, what I didn't want people to get the idea of, and I don't think people ever had, was that like this was kind of a little side project hobby thing, right? I mean, I transitioned, to use a lack of better terms.
Yeah, I fucking hate that word now.
Yeah, I know.
I fucking hate it.
Right. Everything's fucking ruined with that term now. But for what I do, just how I even put out content had to fundamentally change, because I had to. There's only so much time in the day, and I'm only one person, right? I don't have the luxury of having a twin like Jen and Sylvia do, right? So I had to. Scale back on certain things, how I produce like videos, all that stuff had to fundamentally change, because the attention and the effort and the work had to go into the Rippaverse, right? The way that I show the fans, the customers, the people that support what we're doing, that I take this shit serious. There's no other way to show that than the output, like to make things come into fruition, right? Whether it be a new book. So you mentioned the 5 books that we have or so going in. I want to get to maybe by this time next year as a goal. Not saying that it's going to happen, but I would love to have 1 book a month that is coming out. Like a book, might not be the same title.
Oh yeah. I get that.
A book a month that is dropping every month. Some sort of book, whether it's Iris, maybe it's a new title. And we have the magazine and all that. So it's about just continuing to take it serious, showing people that I take it serious. And that's why we had to find that happy medium, because it's like, okay, well, we could get away with dropping the campaigns and having them be as long as we had them when I was only, it was like a book or so that was coming out. Then we had the growth period, right? So the next year, ISOM 2 came out. But, we started to speed things up. So we go from ISOM 3 in the summer. And in the fall, we went to Alpha Core, and now we're in the Yaira, so we're already at really a seasonal kind of release right now, right? So we're getting there, and then right after Gooding, we got Horseman, right? We got Horseman, we got Bloodruth coming after that, and we have some other stuff that we haven't even announced. So ISOM 3 as well, then Yaira 2, there's another project that funny this morning, so I'm breaking news right here. This morning, Joe Bennett, that is, reaches out to me, and there's this other NDA project, and he said, I'm starting pencils on it today, right? So we got so much cooking. Yeah, that's news, by the way. I didn't even said that publicly at all. So yeah, ripping the Silverback. That's why you got to watch the show every week, because you never know. I might say something that maybe my team's like, God damn it, why did you say that?
I know. I knew I could fucking get this out of it. I knew I just let him talk. Just let him talk.
So, but yeah, I take this thing. This is my job now, right? Like the other stuff, it's hobby stuff, and I really enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, but this now is like my bread and butter, and this is my job. So we want to get these books out. So we're entering into year 2, finding out where we can make our improvements, not just in the content, but giving our customers what we want. I met with a fan. Funny enough, I was at this event this past weekend, and I got to meet up. They were wearing, it's funny, it was a couple, and one was wearing like a Bloodruth shirt, and the other was wearing, I think it was the Yaira shirt. I they waved me down. We got to chat, and that was one of the things that he had brought up. He was like, man, I have bought everything that you've already put out, right? I need more stuff, right? That's really what it boils down to. Like, I love these stories. I need more like books. So that's a focus of ours, and that speaks to that demand. But that's a big focus of the Rippaverse is, putting out books, and then I'll all be the same, not obviously the same artist. So nobody's being rushed or anything. Everybody's going at the pace that they need to produce the best work that they can. But we have like simultaneously so many things that are in the works, man. And I just can't wait for people to get a hold of that and feel like Rippaverse is a legitimate publisher, bro. That's what we are, a legitimate comic book publisher. This isn't just a hobby. I'm not just doing a YouTuber, just doing stuff, a comic or two on the side. Like, no, like this is my baby, and I treat this I take this very serious. And people, my way of showing people that I take it serious is through producing, putting shit out. That's the only way I can really show you. I can talk, I can do this all day long, but at the end of the day, we got to put up and shut up. That's what it is.
Well, I mean, I said 5 books, but I gotta bring. You mentioned Joe Bennett. I gotta bring this back into the mix because I was really legitimately blown away about how good this was. I couldn't believe it. I had a bit of a chat with you about it off camera as well.
Yeah, we did. We talked.
I mean, this is the beautiful metallic cover, and then to actually see the pencils from this, I was just blown away at how insane Joe Bennett's pencils were for Alpha Core. Absolutely insane.
And the conversation that we had off camera, that's been addressed.
Okay.
About this.
Yeah.
Which was good feedback. So wait till you see the next shit.
Okay. Fortunately, that is NDA, chat.
Yeah, that's NDA.
that conversation off camera is NDA. But I did. I mean, one thing that I'm not afraid to do is talk to you off camera with just stuff, things that I might have when I say an idea about feedback. Let's just say feedback.
That's what it is. So it's exactly what it was. Feedback, yes.
Which you can obviously choose to take on board, do nothing with, dismiss, do what the fuck you want with it. But as like I said, I position myself as a customer. I'm not a member of the Rippaverse. I'm not paid by the Rippaverse or anything like that. I view myself as a customer, but I am first and foremost a YouTuber. So that's where I come from.
Yeah.
So to kind of, it's always exciting when something starts at like. Let's just backtrack a bit actually from there. Honestly, or try and be as honest as you can be.
Yeah.
When you put out item 1, what was actually your expectation?
Realistically?
Yeah.
I I mean, we set our, I can't remember what our campaign goal was. What was it, like 100,000 or something like that?
I think, yeah, there tends to be like a typical, when you do an indie campaign,
Yeah.
there seems to be a typical kind of, it'd be great if we hit 100K.
Right. I was thinking that, yeah, if I could hit that, because I'm gonna be honest. I'm being really, really honest here. I wasn't even going into this with the expectation that I was even going to profit on the first book, because I'm looking at it like, well, I got to build the fan base. I got to get people used to seeing us. I got to, this is going to be a gamble for a lot of people. So I put out ISOM 1, anticipating that, okay, considering that there's a lot of startup costs when you are starting a business, obviously that's not, you don't continue that, right? So everything that I spend on to start the business is not going to be what I spend on year to year. That can applies to everything, payroll, everything. It's not the same. But initially you're probably going to spend your most money at the beginning if you're trying to do everything right. So I was like, okay, if I just make that amount of money, I'm good. And then we hit in 30 hours $1 million, and my world changed. And I can't say that enough. Like now, yeah, we might be pumping out $1 million campaigns like they're going out of style, but people need to understand, because that destroyed my expectations, right? My life quite literally changed. Like it went from being this thing that I thought I was going to do and maybe see some success to I am seeing success immediately, and now I have to start acting like it. Like I have to operate the business like it. I have to catch up to the demand. There has to be changes like top to bottom. Like, what am I going to do? I got the smaller warehouse that now I've outlived it. I outlived my warehouse the first day that I fucking launched the company, right? Now we had to build an entirely fucking new a warehouse from the ground up, brand new. And it like everything changed at the point that I'm trying to make. Like everything, my life quite literally changed. My life, my family's life, everybody's life changed. And I had to get people to get a part of it, bringing in like Alex and some of the other guys to help me out, because I'm like, holy shit, now I'm operating $1 million company. And then that changed into a multi-million-dollar company pretty quick. And I would argue that us handling our own fulfillment also, like that, we're operating 2 companies right now, bro. Like that's how, and that's good, right? Because now I can do like things like Rippaverse, and be between being not just the content producer, like you have the IP, as people would call it, but you also have the element of fulfillment, right? Shipping items to customers. That's another business. That's another business that's separate from, almost, it's connected, but it's separate. Like those are basically 2 different departments, if you will. So having to grow both of those, so bringing in the creative talent to grow the company while also bringing in like the warehouse stuff. And there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of kind of like, man, this is a job, bro. I'm working 7 days a fucking week and I love it. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm working every day. Meetings in all the time, talking with this vendor, talking with that vendor, trying, logistical like shit that I have to deal with. And it's just a lot that goes into it. And I had to put the time and effort to build it up. And so did everybody else here, because it very much is a team kind of job here. So it was a lot that went into it. It destroyed my expectations. It changed my life for the better. And I'm still making the adjustments, right? Still trying to get used to, because there was even some things that I had to do, like I said, for my content, when I had to scale back on doing like as many videos and streams that I was doing, because I had to dedicate time to the company, right? And that took a little bit to really like understand, like, bro, you're no longer just simply this commentator that would, give his opinions on things. Now you are a producer. And that is now your main thing. Like, it's not even just a thing that you do time, like every now and then. Like, no, that is my main gig now. And getting used to being, so I guess operating like that, it took some time. It took a little bit. I'm still like making my adjustments to this day in that regard. So it changed my life, man. I keep saying that, and it's even taking like the outsiders some time to get used to that as well, right? Because maybe if you found out about me, let's say through commentary, right? And then out of nowhere, I won't say out of nowhere, but you know, you're not seeing as many videos, though we try to keep our or the videos have changed more or less, because now I'm putting out a lot of Rippaverse related stuff, like any other company would, right? If you run a company like that's more especially the owner, that's what they're going to be talking about more often than not is the product it is that they're selling out there. So, you know, a lot of changes had to be made, and there's people that may wanted to step off, and I respect it. I said that. I did a video, I remember not too long ago, saying that if this new version of me, or it's the same me, but you know, my priorities are a little different, if that's not for you, I totally understand that. If you are more into me talking and streaming all the time about something else, maybe a Marvel or DC comic, I totally understand it. I can empathize with that. If you decide, well, I'm not necessarily into that, but I do appreciate everybody that did stick around, for sure, and the new guys that are coming to find out about the Rippaverse and be into our comics, man. It's a blessing, bro. Like I'm living a fucking dream. Make no mistake. I've had the blessing of being able to be successful in several different like industries over my course of my life, and this is the most successful thing that I have ever done, ever. And to be able to also share this with people that I'm like really, really cool with. Like a lot of people don't understand, like Brandon, people see him in the chat. He is my operations guy. Brandon was also a groomsman in my wedding. Like that was like, he's a close friend, like of mine. Alex, you know, I've known, you know, he's quite literally the second vocalist in our band, right? These are guys that have been around for a very long time. And to be able to break bread with them, you know, I mean, you can't put a price on that, man. Like to be able to break bread with your homies, like that. I'm living a dream to be able to operate this company.
Yeah. So with all of that said, going through all of that, I have to ask you, this is the important question.
Yeah.
What do you think of the new pride flag?
What a setup. Because I thought he was about to ask me something pertaining to the Rippaverse. And here we are. So I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. I don't know if that's the Umbrella Corps.
I think it's Umbrella Corp. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got Umbrella. So is Wesker gay? Like, what do we?
I hope so.
He's a villain. I mean,
all I know is that the pride flag is getting smaller and smaller and more diminished. But I think that's the whole point.
Yeah. So what's this purple circle thing going on? What does that stand for? Do we know?
It stands for I've got no fucking clue. The infinite amount of shit which goes onto this flag. I think that's what it stands for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you remember that story that was it last show? Maybe in the show before, I can't remember, but we were talking about Stellar Blade and the guy that was asexual, but he also was sex positive.
The sex positive asexual that was attracted to women.
Right.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm reminded of that because that's what this has become. That guy is a straight guy, basically, and he's fighting against it. And in order to maybe feel special, remember he called being asexual a superpower is what he said.
Not getting laid is a superpower, God,
is what he said. But he's fighting against that, and let's be honest, that's what this has turned into. It's now being normal, right? Like being heterosexual, you know, the thing that keeps human beings populating the fucking earth.
Spit on that.
But being that is not special to these guys. And in order to feel like they are a part of something, because they're uninteresting, right? These are uninteresting people. They don't have accomplishments, right? That they actually can take some sort of, they feel good about, right? So that's why they wear the sexuality thing. And it's not much that they have to change about themselves to do that. It's just, okay, now I identify as X. And you break it down and it's like, okay, you just was feeling some kind of way on Tuesday and now you're identifying as this. or you are doing a roundabout way to just say you're straight, like with the guy from what was it Games Raid? I don't know. I can't remember where he was from. The guy,
Games retard.
Games retard, who was a sex positive asexual man who was attracted to women, which is just a roundabout way to say you're straight.
I wasn't allowed to admit it.
Yeah, he wasn't allowed to admit that he was straight and he needed to be a part of this group. Because I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at.
Fucked if I know.
No fucking idea what I'm looking at.
I'm gonna take that as you like it.
And it doesn't have enough things. Add a couple of more things. We got umbrellas now. We know that
cocktail sticks. I don't know. Maybe put
just
olives in there as well.
Just throw fucking everything at the whatever.
All I know is within a year, anything that was related to Pride will be gone. And it'll just be. I actually. Hold on, let's bring it back up for a second. I actually think this is a phenomenal representation of the absolute fucking mental
I can
insanity.
See that. Yeah. This you look at it and you're like, what the fuck is that? And to be fair, that's kind of it represents the whole entire shit.
That's the flag of mental illness right there.
Yeah.
Gotta keep adding. It's intersectionality, perpetual game.
Yeah.
It's a perpetual game. Gotta keep changing.
What the fuck am I looking at, man? I really now am interested in, and I shouldn't be. What the fuck is the umbrella?
I honestly, I really think it's the Umbrella Corporation. I think they have gone. They've gone. It's representative of Pfizer and the Poke.
Yeah, and all that shit was gay as well. So I could see that.
I identify as vaccinated.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
Okay.
I think you identify as a fucking mentalist, but that's just me. Yeah, I think they're showing the true colors now, and I think maybe this is the first evolution to just
someone
the
said
umbrella.
In the chat that T-virus means something new.
Oh, there's definitely a T-virus.
Yeah, there's a T-virus.
There's definitely a T-virus, and it's spreading. Oh boy, don't get bit by that.
Oh man.
Woof. There's very few people that have managed to get a vaccine from that. Hail Jill.
Yeah.
And Elton John.
Tim Sheridan, shout out.
Tim Sheridan, shout out.
Yeah.
Tim, still haven't heard from you.
What's up with that, man?
Still waiting for an email from you, Tim. We'll get you on the show. We'll sell some of your hooker mags. Male hooker mags. Come on. You need the royalties to give to Elton John so he stops
stigmatizing AIDS. Man. He's got to cut that shit out, man. So yeah, I'm imagining that by now, right? That limited series has come to an end, right?
Fuck that. Let's talk about T-virus instead. So I was talking to somebody. I was talking to a little special somebody, and we were talking about Resident Evil, and they mentioned they're like, oh, Resident Evil, oh, T-virus. And I had to, this is a very special person to me. I had to stop them. I had to correct them. I had to go, no, sorry. Resident Evil 2 is the G virus. Okay. Resident Evil 1 is the T virus. Resident Evil 2 is the G virus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Resident Evil 3, you're going back to G and, G and T,
Yeah.
G and T. Oh, God, I miss them. And then, of course, Resident Evil 4, Last Plagas.
Mm-hmm.
Code Veronica is the Veronica T virus. What I'm trying to say is that is less complicated than that fucking flag.
Resident Evil's timeline is less complicated.
Yeah.
And it can be, that shit can throw you for a loop for sure if you actually try to break down kind of the events that have happened throughout Resident Evil. And yeah, I would argue that is far less complicated than whatever the fuck is going on with Umbrella Corps month, Pride, flags, and whatever the fuck.
Needs more Pride flags.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're just telling you that they're getting set up. Because what is Pride Month? I know. Well, it's every month. I'm sure May is something like somewhere. Pride history or something in fucking Ireland or some shit. I don't fucking know. But actual Pride Month is it June? It's June, right? Or is it July? It's June.
It's 365.
Well, yeah, we know that, right? But what is technically the?
I don't know which country, Eric. Which country? Because apparently it was Pride, Foods Gay, Ribeye, and Cheese are Gay in February in the UK.
Yeah.
When you were having, hey, black people.
Yeah.
They did shit.
Yeah.
You know, in February, and then October, I think in the UK, we go, hey, you know the black people? They did shit. Do you want to see some of the shit they did? But you're probably celebrating like Umbrella Corporation month.
So it is. Chat. She has confirmed. So it is June. So we got a month.
Shit, next month.
Yeah. So next month it's gonna get gay.
Unless you're in the Middle East.
Yeah. That's the only way you can. So it's gonna get extremely gay. I guess the positive is that I'm sure we're gonna get some.
The HIV positive.
Shout out Fauci, and by that I mean you fucked that up bad.
Airborne.
Yeah, you fucked that up tremendously, much like you fucked up the 2020 shit too. God, how did that guy stay employed for as long as he did?
Corruption. It's called corruption.
Yeah, true.
It's called the systemic corruption of government.
Yeah.
And collusion with corporations.
What a fucking guy, that guy there. But the good news is, if nothing else, is we're gonna get some, I'm pretty sure, very intriguing new characters that are gonna pop up because both major comic book companies they give you some. You got Marvel Pride, DC, I forget what they're called theirs, maybe it's DC Pride or something else.
I think it's called another DC character sucks a dick.
Well, yeah. So
I'm
pretty sure
that
maybe that's the month that shout out Big Sig Star Mags, because remember there was something that she was working on that was supposedly there was a big change. She never said what the
there is a DC character that they are writing apparently, even though I thought they were blacklisted from DC, whatever. And they're transing them up, I think they said, didn't they? It's not Superboy. They had that one turned down.
Yeah.
It must be so easy being Mags in comics. I've got a pitch for you. What is it? You know that character? Yeah, trans.
Well, T. Franklin does the same thing, by the way.
You know that character there? Yeah, black disabled Les.
Because T. Franklin, I'm gonna get this tweet not too long ago. There was
she's not milking old men again, is she?
Don't know.
Sorry, I get. Oh no, that is T. Franklin. Yeah, sorry, I get my prostitute horse mixed up with Kotaku and T. Franklin. So yeah, sorry.
So T. Franklin, I guess I don't know what show this was. Matter of fact, let me confirm really quick because she had something interesting to say. So I'm gonna do this.
Was it the Nobody Watched It show? Was it the mainstream media give them access, but nobody watches their show?
I guess you can make that argument. Okay, so this is on the 29th of April, and this was in response to she tweets a lot more than I expected. Hold on.
This shocks me.
Okay. Where is it at? Let me scroll down. So
all I know is that it's going to have a bunch of lesbians in it. That's all I know.
So in a random post, I'm gonna copy it so you can actually share it yourself. And then this is more or less the attitude. And again, not even saying this to T. Franklin, who encouraged everybody to fucking mass report my channel at one point. Not ragging. I just think this really does represent kind of the line of thinking
Let's have a look.
With the current or modern writer, if you will. And it's simple, but this is what they said: make it hella gay, and I read that comic, right? So
you
that's
and
the
nobody
attitude.
else. Yeah.
Well,
holy shit. That's got a stonking 4 likes on it. I'm gonna do a post live. I'm just gonna go ball sack. That's my tweet. Let's see how long it takes for that to get past 4 likes. Literally a ball sack post.
But if for you guys that may just not be in a loop on T and some of the things that she's said in the past, pretty much she takes a lot of pride, I guess, for lack of a better term, in making characters like gay and all that, and some of the more raunchier stuff that she's done in the comics, like the 3-way kiss that we've talked about between Poison
Ivy, Harley Quinn, and
I don't think Selena was. I think Selena was in the.
She was in the background.
Yeah, she was in the background, but it wasn't Selena. I don't know who
she
the
was
third
thinking
one.
about it.
Yeah, she was there. It almost became a 4-way.
Yeah,
there, and took pride in it. Hey, I did the first. That's what she said. Lesbian 3-way kiss, and kind of like why that would be something to brag about. I don't know,
dude. That's gonna fuck off, mate. 100 years from now, they're going to be talking about that. They are going to be talking about that in the annals of comic history. They're going to say, remember that day where that disabled prostitute had the first ever 3-way lesbian kiss in comics.
And by the way, Az is not calling her a lesbian prostitute because, like, as just a simple insult or something like that. Like, no,
I'm just stating the fact.
She's bragged about doing sex work, and she's also disabled. So you can see that in the bio there that she is disabled as well. So
black, queer, autistic, they, she.
So isn't that just a girl? Or does it like fluctuate? Does she like drop the she sometimes and be a they, or like how does that work? Because wouldn't you just, if you're like generally referencing a bunch of like those guys over there, like you say they,
it's easy. You go, they are fucking mental. She is fucking mental. You can play with it. You can use the they, the informal, because all these pronoun weirdos don't actually know how they works. They is just an informal pronoun.
Yeah.
So I could say somebody could say to me, "Hey, where's Eric? We're at a function together." And they go, "Hey, where's Eric?" And I go, "Oh, they're over there," because I'm just using the informal.
Yeah.
Not that you classify yourself as a they, them, a Kit Kat, a Bimber. You know, it's just an informal use of a pronoun. You could use he's over there, Eric's over there,
yeah,
or they're over there. So you tend to use they when it's more informal. So
right.
But because I know you, I'll probably go he's over there because I know you, or Eric's over there. But if I didn't, if it was T. Franklin and he had said, "Hey, where's T. Franklin?" I would go, "That fucking crazy bitch is over there."
But this is the attitude. And by the way, as you can see, I didn't know they did it. The Spider-Verse book that they did was she was the one that did the our favorite Sun Spider.
Wibbly Wobbly legs.
Yeah. Is that what we're running with? Wibbly Wobbly has the book. I was like, what's Spider-Verse? But that book. Yeah, so chat T. Franklin, everybody's favorite spider folk that has legs that don't operate and webs the wheelchair to the back of themselves, I guess. It swings around.
The legs do anyway. The legs swing around,
swinging because they can't
knocks them out as they're flying.
The legs are swinging, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That T. Franklin was the one that wrote that short story. So that's where they get Spider-Verse. I was like, what Spider-Verse? But I remember we talked about in the show that they did the My Little Pony thing. IDW is a very serious company. They were doing that. And we know they did obviously all the Harley Quinn bullshit. But yeah, that look, the general point I'm making is that's the overall attitude of I think the modern creative, using that term very loosely. So this is our beloved Sun Spider.
Yeah, they them swung with their legs. They landed. How? Don't know, because they don't have the use of their legs. So I imagine pie-faced on a rooftop, unstrapped the wheelchair from their back, got dressed in their pride flag to turn up to a party and milk some old dudes for money, because they're also a sex worker. So because to fully represent T. Franklin,
because it's just T. Franklin. That's
I want those 1960s comics back, that were fucking stupid. And yet they come across as high art compared to the comics which nearly drove the comic industry out of business.
Yeah. They didn't take itself serious.
No.
And
who can take this serious? Who could take anyone that does?
To be fair. So Sun Spider runs around.
No.
First of all, I don't think the legs will look like that. It looks graceful,
nope.
Right? Because
one leg's over here, Eric. The other one's over there.
That would be more akin to how this would work, because I'm not the one that said it. You said it, that their legs don't fucking work.
They don't work.
So, and the wheelchair is just strapped to not strapped, webbed to the back. They
have web crutches. Their crutches have web shooters.
I always forget about that. Is a key point. The crutches are what they basically use to web sling.
Yes.
Whose idea was
retards? An absolute window licking. Oh, sorry, no, actually, sorry. This is really unfair. Let me just. It is a black queer autistic they/she's idea, and that absolutely comes across like that. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's the game that we should play as. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going into the gayest month of the year.
Have you seen what her name is, by the way?
What?
Charlotte Weber.
See what you did there.
See what?
Creative.
Yeah. Hey, you remember that book, Charlotte's Web? What if we make her Charlotte Weber? Because she's fuck off, T. Franklin. She's go milk some old fucking dudes for coin, and by coin I mean fucking $2.
So I guess that's the game that we should play, though. Someone said who bought this shit in the chat. I don't know if anybody did, because there was once upon a time where I was covering this stuff and I may have had it, and those days are behind me. I haven't bought as far as a modern one in a while. Sorry, but 2 people, tens of people, perhaps.
Dude, that never sold past 100 units.
Not to readers.
No, maybe not to readers. No way.
Some poor retailers.
Yeah, some dumb fuck retailers might have picked it up, and as we all know, Marvel would just box stuff in and send it, whether or not you ask for it or not.
True,
they'd do that. But in terms of actual purchases, less than 100. I would confidently say that,
because they were doing and this is the era. I mean, I know they released this one. I think this one aligned more with the Pride stuff, because remember they did gay Liberace Spider-Man too.
Well, pull that up, man. This one's gay as well.
Well, this is gay. I know, but remember, I think we forget about that one. The gay Liberace. I forget what the fuck his name was.
I have no idea what he's called. Gay Liberace Spider-Man.
I don't know what is. He was a fashion designer, or whatever. something like that. It was yellow. That's what pissed me off about it because I was like, you took our color.
But you got Jaunty Spider.
What was his fucking name, man?
Oh, it's okay. Oh my god, I put gay Liberace Spider-Man into Google and he came up. And I'm not even joking. I just put gay Liberace Spider-Man. Boom. Marvel introduces its first gay Spider-Man as latest Spider-Verse variant.
Yeah. We forget about that one. I remember covering it.
Sweet Jesus.
But yeah, I want to chat to, because we never got a chance to talk about him ripping the Silverback. So I want to chat to see gay Liberace Spider-Man.
This is they are called Web Weaver. So that's what
this
that's
isn't
what
fan fiction, by the way, guys.
No. Well, it is.
Well,
but it's fan fiction that they're trying to sell to people.
Publish.
Yeah.
So yeah, fashion designer. I forget the other backstory that they gave him.
Gay.
Well, that was the only other. That was the one that they led with.
Character ends right there. A brick wall. Full stop. Yeah. Crash test dummy. Bang. It's the gay wall. Done. Dusted.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a real thing.
Yeah. Can't wait for his ongoing series.
It's safe to say, well, we're a year removed. Yellow Flash said, I like how they draw. No, he was clearly like flamboyantly gay.
This looks
he
like
had the mannerism
to me. Yeah.
I mean, the mannerism you read, but it was stereotypically gay. If you saw some of the previews that they showed of Web Weaver here, sucks that they chose these colors. Unfortunately, but yeah, that happened last year, and to my knowledge, I don't think they've done anything with these characters because I don't think anybody was interested. Because remember, you also had the Black UK Spider Whammon. You remember that one? That was all in the same year,
it's
bro.
It's all a fever dream, dude. It's all a fucking fever dream to me. I don't know. I actually do not legalize adulthood. I see you. Thank you. I don't even know what is real and what is a piss take.
That was another one. I gotta find that one. I don't know I don't know if that one was gay though. Black UK Spider Whammon.
I don't even know if this article is actually true, by the way, because there's something like in the first 4 issues, there were 3 different gay Spider-Men introduced in the first 4 issues. Or in a spate of 4 issues.
Yeah,
it might have started with it. They introduced
it was Liberace gay Spider-Man. Yeah. It was, I think there was another one. There was obviously Sun Spider, and I think there was another one.
There was another one, yes.
Yeah. I don't remember if the Black UK Spider-Man. Oh, she was Muslim too?
Whoa!
So they were checking. They said, fuck it, we're gonna do it all.
Queers for Palestine, huh?
Every fucking Spider-Man. Yeah, here it is.
I wonder how that went down with the Muslim community.
So there's that.
I'm massively thrilled about that.
Yeah, these were all back. It was a whole line. It was a whole short
oh god,
limited series.
I understand why people go to Canada to fucking end it now. It's are you terminally ill? Yeah, I read a fucking Marvel comic. I'm done.
Yeah, there's that.
Oh god,
that one.
What is that?
That was a real that happened. That was all in a span of like 6 months, bro. They had this character, gay Liberace, Spider-Man, Sun Spider, and there was a few other ones.
They actually sold this as a variant cover?
Did they show the concept art as a variant cover? That's what it says. I mean,
yeah. Who the? Wow! Holy shit! Just say you hate your customers. Just say it. Just say we fucking hate you.
Yeah. So
we despise you.
Okay, so it was Gay Liberace Spider-Man. That was the first one. Sun Spider was second. What is this one?
Oh God.
I'm trying to.
Wow, look at all the adverts.
Oh, Spider-Man India. So it was an Indian Spider-Man.
Oh, of course.
And then there was that one, the one we just saw, black female UK Spider-Man.
That was what an original name. Spider UK.
Oh, that was what. Okay, yeah. And the last one was what the fuck is this?
Why write stories when you can just do some superficial change and get paid because your industry's petrified of these crazy lunatics who have infiltrated it?
Yeah.
Just imagine if there was a
Spider Rex. These
an editor in chief that actually had some balls.
Yeah,
I mean, number
I don't know
one,
how that
literal.
gets approved. I don't know how that gets. But
of course, we know it gets approved. It gets approved because if you say no,
yeah, they're throwing your ass under the bus. You're getting
fed. Yeah, you're getting fed
1,000%. But I guess again, like I was saying earlier, the game that maybe play is who's next, because the gayest month, is next month.
Oh,
we did see that Marvel, was it Marvel Voices? I don't know, cover that had some of the characters that they're now going with that are now Pride, like Loki and Hercules and Iceman were kissing up on each other. A Spider Gwen was on there. Who else was on there? There's some other characters that we didn't recognize. So the game maybe should be between both companies during that month. Who are they getting? Who becomes now part of this community?
Who isn't?
Well, that'd be easier to do.
Because I'm being serious though, because they tried to infer that Bruce Wayne sucked a bit of dick.
They alluded to it. They were too chicken shit to just do it outright. But you know, the cues were there. They made sure to he was considering, he was thinking about it.
Yeah, he was definitely thinking about it. Nightwing, they've homoeroticized fucking variant covers for him for God knows
multiple
how
covers.
long.
He's in the gayest pose they could think of.
Robin's already sucking the D. So she can't do that. Batgirl, she's got a trans ally fucking flags flying. She joined the Antifa riots. And they introduced...
And Batman just looks them over. Batman just says, fuck those.
Yeah, she joined in the riot. Batman went, fuck it, they got insurance.
They got insurance.
As he flew with his new fucking Palestine fucking cape or something.
Hamas flag or whatever.
Yeah, he changed his insignia for free Palestine, quiz for Palestine on his top, you know. As super twink fucker was walking around with, down with climate change.
Well, yeah, Sheep's Idiot said Damien isn't of age yet. I mean, but see what they did to his friend.
See what they did with John.
Yeah.
They aged him up to 17.
Yeah, which is still a minor, by the way.
Which is still a minor, then turned him gay then.
Yeah.
You know, they needed to appeal to the map community within comic books. Yeah. And I mean, actually within the industry, not the customer.
So you're saying they're a little close in proximity.
Oh, I'm saying they're very close. Alan Scott's picking up. Oh my god!
Yeah, true.
I was just looking for something, and this guy's fucking dick fell in
my
mouth.
Truck stop and
a truck stop. How did I get here? Must have been the fucking yellow infecting my London ring or something.
So they're gonna get. Somebody's getting claimed. I hope everybody knows that.
Woman's a lesbian.
Well, no.
Catwoman's a bisexual.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy's bisexual.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn's bisexual. Bane's been to
They're
prison. He
alluding
probably
to
took
it.
it.
They're
He probably took it now.
I've seen multiple people like, I don't want to say it's theorizing. I don't know if anything's got confirmed that what they're trying to do. Well, I guess we can already say Joker's gay because they tried to give him a baby, a mud baby. Remember that? Man, I really wish Ripper the Silverback was live when all of this crazy shit was happening. We would have had so much fun because these are guys. I'm bringing up all this old shit because I never got a chance to talk with Ass about it on the show. Don't forget Joker's mud baby. We can relive that. His mud baby that was like a clone of him or some shit
came out of his ass.
That came out somewhere. Fucking, I don't fucking know. It
came out of his man vagina. Mangina.
It came out somewhere, but they did that. He had a mud baby.
Tony Stark took Frost's surname.
Yeah, so he might as well be gay. So
he's gay.
Fuck.
Wolverine and Cyclops.
Yeah. Both bisexual.
Hey, we fancy this woman, so we probably should suck each other's dicks. Because that's how it works.
Oh fuck! Was it Hickman himself that did? It was somebody that was attached. I can't remember if it was Hickman that did that. Like for sure.
Please don't say that because he's been writing some great Ultimate Spider-Man
right
now.
I don't know if it was Hickman that did it. But it was connected obviously to the Powers of X, the House of X post shit that it happened. I just can't remember if it was in the main line where they had them all basically in a three-way. Because also around the same time, we do know that obviously, what's his name, Star-Lord. He's fucking bisexual.
Star-Lord just decided, you know what? I've been kicking around the universe for a bit. Better suck a dick.
Yep.
Because that's
was in the chat that it was Hickman.
Yeah.
Fuck. Was it?
Oh wow.
Was it Hickman?
Wow.
I remember it. I remember talking about it.
That scares me now because I've been really enjoying that Spider-Man run. Fucking hell.
So, but yeah, so we have so he's Star-Lord's gay.
So going back to legitimately, who's left?
Who's left?
Who's left?
Who are they gonna claim? Yeah.
And we know whoever they pick. Oh, it's Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's eating fucking. She's eating carpet now.
Yeah,
you know,
apparently bisexual because I guess just because on a planet full of women means bisexuality.
Vixen's gay.
Yeah, Vixen is canonized as bisexual. Because T. Franklin.
Who is left?
Yeah, I don't know who is left. Alfred. Did they bring Alfred back? Spoiler alert, they killed his ass off.
They killed him in Shitty of Bane.
Yeah, Shitty of Bane.
Shitty of Bane.
They did kill him off.
Fucking shit that's been shot by Tom King's fucking diarrhea fucking squiggles.
Did they bring him back? I don't know if they brought him back, but they did fucking go through with killing his ass off.
He had to, Bane's broke his neck.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's back. I don't care. I like I said, I don't care.
Yeah, it's not like I'm like it.
It's not like I'm reading anything.
Yeah, so somebody, but they're claiming somebody. They're claiming somebody for every month, every year. I just don't know who it'll be. Do they got the balls to do it though? To like one of the major dogs, like, do they got the balls to say, you know what, Bruce? We alluded to it. We saw that you thought about it.
You would kill Batman. Yeah. You would kill that as a character. You would kill it. You would kill it.
Do they got
that would be the most suicidal thing comics could do. So there's a good chance.
As you say, like this would be the dumbest thing to do. When you remember who you're talking about, and you're like,
yes.
So yeah,
there's a high possibility. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's take our biggest seller worldwide. And just let's just go with it. He's suddenly him and Alfred. Alfred comes back to suck his dick, and he's like, "I'm all for it."
Fuck.
Communist June. And that's
and then
it.
We're all gonna get gaslit and say he was always that way.
He was always that way. 85 years of internal monologue of saying, "Oh, I could really do with a bit of cock."
Oh,
I love that. It's always been this way. It's always been hinted at, really, because I've got 30 years of inner monologue that doesn't say that at all.
Exactly.
Not one bit. Not, do you know what? I like Steph, but who's got a nice ass? Not once. Not a single time. Not hinted. Yeah, but when Connor died, he took his jacket and he cried in it. Oh, sorry. When his best mate died, when the 16-year-old boy's best mate died, he took his jacket into his room, held it, and had a cry. Yeah, definitely gay.
Definitely.
Oh, that's just fucking confirms it.
Andrew gave him their title, who does a lot of our little write-ups. He says Bruce comes out of the bat cave.
Comes out the back closet.
The back closet. Coming this Pride Month.
Yeah, you don't become the Batman of Zura, whatever it is, if you're not a little bit gay. Come on.
Fuck.
Makes a pass at Clark. Clark goes, "Fuck it, let's do it."
So twofer. You saying
2 for 1? They hold hands and it's like, and then the new comic comes out, World's Finest Gays.
Gays, with rainbow.
Yeah, rainbow thing, circles, umbrella, cocktail sticks, fucking,
Oh man, somebody's getting got for sure. Who would it be? I guess it'll. We don't have a month before that happens, but they do it there'll be a really, really extremely.
They want to do a Nightwing. They really, really want to do. They really want to get that boy. Full and locked in. Lock it in, yay!
as Fear the Turtle says.
That's what they want to do. They want to lock that one down. Put the iron bars across it. You, sir, are locked in now. You're a locked in ally. Nightwing sales, which are already in the toilet, go.
Say Rainbow Knight in the chat.
Rainbow Knight. That's a new character coming this June.
He's going
to be the new hero of Gotham. Batman's going to be. He's going to leave again for the 58th time in the last 20 years, and Rainbow Knight's going to take over, and his bat signal's going to be that confusing flag in the sky, and that's how he gets criminals. That's how he catches criminals, because all the criminals are looking at it going, "You work this fucking shit out."
Yeah.
What? I mean, why is there the Umbrella Corporation logo in it? And he's just like, "Gotcha!" Now, fuck. How did he? God damn it! Got him.
Yeah, it's about to get gay though. So,
dude, it's already balls deep in anus.
Yeah, that, to be fair, if we're gonna be fair, maybe that's what's gonna happen. But yeah, so everybody, chat, look forward to Marvel. I think, what do they call it? It's like DC Pride, Marvel Voices. I think is what they call it.
Dude, do you know who the biggest enemy is now? Is it Galactus? No. I'll tell you what the biggest enemy is: population. Because nobody's fucking breeding. Because
everybody's gay.
Because everyone's gay. There's like, in one generation, the whole planet Earth 1 was wiped out.
Damn.
We went from 8 billion to 5 people in one generation. And they're thinking about it.
Oh, man.
And it's 5 dudes left. And they're like, fuck.
That's rough, bros.
It is rough.
That's, and I mean, look, you got to find some enjoyment out of this, because make no mistake, as our backgrounds indicate, me and this man have spent a lot of money on this fucking company. Quite a bit of money on both of these major companies. And it was a crying shame, and it was a tough time. Like that, when I had to face the realization that I was out, like not gay out, obviously, but out as in like
Eric's out. Everybody's gay.
Yeah, leave it to them, right? To be fair, we didn't get a chance to talk about it. This new comic that is coming out for DC that has a guy that I don't know, kind of favors me.
Yeah. I
talking
saw
about wokeness.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll make him gay. And there you go.
I hope so. but you're already in their heads, so you know. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you for showing me in print how much I live rent free in your fucking head.
We haven't had a chance. We might as well talk about that on River to Silverback. I guess we could pull up Dick Dixon's.
Oh, I ain't going on that fucking website. I'll pull up your I'll pull up your video.
Pull up the video. Yeah.
I'll pull up your video and I'll
give Dick
use
Dixon
it through osmosis. Yeah, you know, I
give Dick Dixon
I've got ad block on and I don't want to go that fucking site. Yeah, fuck that. Here it is. Gotcha. I watched this the other day.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's just go full scrun. Hi, doggos.
They're screaming. I had to mute.
They heard about fucking Dick Dixon. That's why, like,
yeah.
Bring him over. We'll rip him apart. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So there he is.
There he is. He's got a lid.
Yeah.
Got his. Look at that. That's. You've even got like a circle logo on it.
Yeah, exactly. Like the hats that I wear, the same logo that I wear of some of the hats. So yeah, it's hard to look. I tried to give them I am actively trying to say, okay, maybe it was more of a coincidence, right? They're talking about wokeness and they got this guy that favor what I think, if it is true that they did do it, what I think happened, they were mixing all the elements. They wanted the likeness to be me. Yeah. They wanted the background with the red shit to be more actively like Joe Rogan, right?
True.
Right.
And
I think they're putting alien DNA in the chocolate milk is akin to
Alex Jones. Yeah.
Right. So I think it was more of they mixed it all up and said we're gonna attack it on all fronts.
Yeah, we're gonna be so subtle.
So subtle, yeah.
We're gonna be so subtle.
It's
and then we're gonna say the most limp-wristed fucking blurb here. Now you have to be as loud as the con men and the bullies.
And Lex Luthor is Elon Musk, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So he's doing it. Yeah, he's totally doing Elon.
Yeah. So that's obviously Elon there. So yeah,
pathetic.
Interesting. When I saw this, first I got an email, and someone it said, "Hey man, you might want to check this out." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I got tagged a couple of times on X or Twitter or whatever the fuck, and then I looked at it like actively, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I see what they're saying." That is it's fucking kind of close. I ain't gonna lie. So
it's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you see that? It's like, yeah, there's the mixing them all in there.
Yeah. They just mixed all of those concepts in, and they wanted to attack the whole.
What T-shirt is he wearing? I can't work out what he's.
Well, no, that's just the bleeding asshole logo.
That's the bleeding asshole logo, right?
That they put there. I think he's just wearing a plain shirt. So
yeah. Nice. That's good though. Rent free.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Rent free.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I ain't even mad at it. If it's me, I'm not even mad at it.
I definitely think there's, for want of a better phrase, shades of that.
Yeah.
There's definitely shades of that going on.
Yeah.
And this, I mean, honest to God, you couldn't draw much more of a pathetic panel in modern day comics than this.
Looks like the whole Lexima shit, and it looks like Twitter, and it's fucking wake up, not woke, right? Type shit. It's like, man, they know what they're doing, obviously. It's not even subtle. It's not even an attempt to be subtle.
Like, they've been putting alien DNA in the chocolate milk.
It's the hey, they putting chemicals in the water that turn the frogs gay, you know, type of situation. It's
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, they're that subtle, Eric. It's really difficult to work out.
Yeah, it's that subtle. So what's
Yeah.
making my icon photo? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are gonna be some goofies that'll come to like a con and they're gonna try to get me to sign it, and I will fucking sign it.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I will fucking sign it. So I'll take it.
But unfortunately, somebody has to buy it first.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll give it away at some point because it won't. You know, the retailer will be like, just get this shit out of here. I'll just get it out.
It will be in the $4 for $1 bin.
Just take it, please.
In your local comic book shop, which has a singular rack in the back corner of the room that sells comics, while everything else is merch of some other
tabletop gaming.
everything and anything else but comics.
Yeah.
Oh my lordy!
So,
what is wrong with you people?
But you know, look, like I said, it was a difficult time when I said I had to make that call to my local comic shop out of Denton, Texas, and I said, "Hey, bros, I'm done. I know you got the pull list. We got a couple of books like for the following week, stuff that I'm committed to. I will still buy that, but don't put me on for shit else because I'm done here."
Yeah, pulling the pull list.
Yeah, pulling the pull list. I am done here, and it was the first time in my life, my adult life, that you know I was not there every week on a Wednesday to pick my shit up, which says a lot considering how much how much money I've spent. But it became, you know, number one, yes, there's wasting money, that aspect of it, but it's like, why am I spending money on this shit like this? And clearly I'm not getting anything out of it. So I'm done.
I am going down this T. Franklin timeline here.
It's interesting, bros.
It's a trip, dude.
It is
a fucking trip.
That is a very entertaining.
I don't know if I found a post that has more than 10 likes on it. And I really holy shit, I'm still on to today. Oh no, I'm on yesterday. Holy fuck.
She tweets quite a bit.
Yeah, this is my personal favorite. Here. Here's a you know, a fucking table full of my shit. Nobody cared. Yesterday, over a day, nobody gave a fuck. They probably retweeted it. That retweet, that's probably them. In actual fact, I'm sure it is because I've seen it above.
Like her being gay, and I'm being serious. Like just giving anybody that's aspiring to be a writer, like definitely if you are doing a range of different things, or creating multiple characters, try to do different titles, which I think a lot of people aspire to be in that position to where they can kind of do what they want. Everything that this person writes is gay.
Yeah, that's all they can only write about them.
Yeah, themselves.
They them.
They she. Remember.
They she.
Yeah.
4 1 5 3 28. Wow. Oh, that was 2 days ago. My first published erotica. Oh.
Disability intimacy. Who published that? Click on the Amazon link. Who published it?
Oh, hold on. I don't want to.
What was those? Did you read that blurb at the bottom? Talked about schizophrenia, all kinds of shit.
Oh, Alice Wong is one of our foremost disability advocates. Esme Weijung Wang, author of The Collected Schizophrenias. Disability Intimacy, Essays on Love, Care, and Desire by Alice Wong. Oh, it's not even her.
No, yeah. I think she was saying she bought her first erotica.
Oh,
novel disability shit. Look, T Franklin, I'll say this much, and what she has, nobody maybe has bought it into it, right? Because there's not much of a market if she's doing this stuff to her original characters that she created, that she's publishing. But that's not how T Franklin gets down. T Franklin is, I am going to be hired by a major publisher and I'm making that shit gay.
Well, that's what I was just about to say, right? Look, make what you want. Make this whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Do what you want.
That's your own shit, like,
yeah,
whatever.
Do what you want. Do you. You know, nobody's going to give a fuck, but
right.
you have every right to do it.
Right.
But there is no fucking planet in the multiverse where that person deserves to write a book for DC or Marvel. Not in the fucking not even Image, Dark Horse, IDW,
which she's working for right now.
Yeah. None of those. Not even close. Not even a consideration. But here we are. This is it. But this is why it's in such a fucking mess. That's why we got, you know, some fucking crybaby going, yeah, Elon Musk, fucking Eric July, Alex Jones, Joe Rogan made me cry. Because that blurb was made not for audiences, that was made for their peers. We keep talking about they do stuff for their peers.
They do it for.
That was completely made for their peers.
Yeah. That was a signal boost to
so they can go, oh look, I simply love the way that you lampooned Elon, that Nazi free speech advocate. Oh my god, fuck that guy. I hope they censor him.
Yeah.
Quiz for Palestine.
I hope that got in them. I know that character that they added in there, that's, again, everybody is looking at as if it's me. I hope they do something with the character.
Kill him off.
Go for it. I hopefully he's not just in one panel. It'd be disappointing.
I can't any more of that. I gotta get rid of gay Liberace Spider-Man.
Yep. Web Weaver. No, that's not. That's
honestly,
Web Weaver.
On his chat, if you don't believe me, just go to your Google, just put gay Liberace Spider-Man, and it comes up. It comes up as the first king thing. Get rid of that. Meet Spider Gay. Get rid of that. Get. What fucking planet are we on?
One where these companies are very big and can afford to do goofy shit like that, and they can have pet projects. And look, my argument is this, and I can't prove it because it's not like I have access to their books, okay? But I don't. I'll rephrase that. I would not be surprised if we ever got numbers, publication alone, how much they spent, how much they brought in from the major big two, right? Publication, not talking about merchandise, movies. If it came out that in terms of how long they've existed, they've had more years where they were in the red than they were in the black.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. When do you think the last time they were in the black?
That's a better question, to be honest, because I would make the argument. That's me being fair. I would make the argument for what I've seen. They've never been profitable. Never. Does that mean? And I think when I say that, I think some people think that, well, X and O writer must have got paid. Yeah, they have. But the point that I'm bringing up is that, generally speaking, if you just collectively take all of the comics that they produced, let's say in a given year, and you look at the shaking and moving that these companies have done, because even when you think of, hey, there was a time like golden eras. And then you look at, well, not too long after those eras, another company ended up buying them out. Right? Marvel's like the rights to Marvel's publications, bro. Them shits have moved up and down. I did a video on this since really they've been conceptualized. And it was in your lifetime or the lifetimes of most of the people that are in this chat that company almost went bankrupt. Well, no, they did go bankrupt. So when I look at that, and DC has always had a parent company. I mean, even like the fucking first like 6 years when they were first conceptualized, right? Like there was a newspaper that essentially bought them out because they were struggling with money. So I would not be surprised that if they've ever made money, and it was always effectively a loss leader for whoever was published, especially once they got in like the movie game and animation and merchandise really started to take off, where they were making a lot of money off.
Yeah, they're buying the licenses. That's what they're buying. They're not buying the comics. They're buying the license.
Right, but that's the argument that I'll make. I'm not at all convinced, and I could be wrong on that, but I'm not at all convinced that they have ever been in. Nobody would know that other than, like I say, the people that maybe they're fucking CFOs and shit. That would know that or give us. None of the writers are gonna know that. EICs are not gonna. None of those guys are gonna fucking know that. You know, their jobs may be impacted more or less, but they're not gonna know really the true scale of how much money this company has been brought in. They may have goals and stuff that they may need to reach, or they didn't reach, and you know they have to have layoffs. But I'm talking generally speaking. If you took 1991. And it was Marvel Comics in the year of comics that they put out versus what they spent to distribute the shit or paid someone else to do it. I'm not convinced that they've ever made money.
I'm not,
because I look at it also. The economics don't fucking make sense. I talk about the direct market a million times, and it's like none of that shit ever made sense. Like there's no way that someone else is able to have that be their only gig, right? You have to be producing so many comics to be getting paid off of that shit, because it's not just you that got to get paid, right? It's the distributor that has to get fucking paid. The retailer fucking is obviously selling it for the price that we see it at, right? Where it's like, okay, if it's $2.99, $3.99, whatever it may be, right? That's what we pay. But Marvel's not getting $4 every time the bitch gets no, they're getting fucking a third of that or whatever the fuck it may be, because the distributor has to get their cut and all that other shit. So when I look at it like that, I'm not convinced that they've ever been. I could be convinced that Marvel had a year of profitability as a company, but on the publications alone, not convinced. And maybe I'm wrong, because I'm just putting two and two together, but I could be wrong, because that economic model never made fucking sense whatsoever. But it would be worth keeping it around. Big companies have loss leaders. All of them do. They have something that they're spending money on that isn't bringing money back.
Yes.
But because it's amplifying their brand, it's worth it. So when an anime gets made, almost all of the anime companies, whether you guys know this or not, newsflash, are losing fucking money on them goddamn animes that they're making. But that anime turns into toy sales.
Toy sales, manga,
manga sales, other merchandise sales. That makes it more than fucking worth it. More than worth it. So I'm not saying that like it's a terrible thing that they had been doing that. Like maybe have been losing money. It you know, companies do that shit. But not convinced. Especially now. I'm fucking for sure. I don't see how they're making any fucking money off this shit. If they are.
No. And to kind of just go a step further, they're keeping hold of DC, they're keeping hold of Marvel because comics produce stories. The stories can be converted into potential TV film. There is nothing that has been created in modern time that would in any way, shape or form make a good film, TV adaptation as we're seeing from the very fact that Marvel right now in the TV shows and in the film are doing the all new all Marvel, which failed miserably. And guess what? It's failing miserably. They're putting it on streaming, the streaming service, which is losing billions.
Everything that's on Disney Plus right now is a loss.
Loss.
Doesn't matter what the fuck it is. Pick your title. They're losing actively money on that fucking service.
Their movies failing miserably. So there's the audiences are not. We have the Russo nonsense where it's just like, oh no, it's the way that this generation consume. No, it's not. It's not at all. Because there's been so many different films of so many different lengths that have been successful over the course of the last year, which just isn't functioning with Marvel or DC. DC movies are just fucking dead ducks, but now Marvel ones, depending on what the character is, they are losing hundreds of millions as well. So if you're wanting to adapt good stories, then you're going to have to go back in time again.
Yes.
You're going to have to go back in time and pick up those seminal works, which are, I don't even know when the last seminal work was ever written in a comic book.
In comics, there's stories that people are going to find okay, but there's nothing in it. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I thought about this the other day. It is very difficult to think of something that we will be talking about in the next 30 years that has been produced in the last 20.
Oh, no. I mean, I would say the last seminal Batman work was Batman Hush. And what's that, 2004?
Yeah.
That's 20 years ago.
That's 20 years ago.
What about Court of Owls? Court of Owls was fine. But
that's not to say that there hasn't been good stories that have been wrote, but I mean, we're talking like
seminal
Death of
works.
Superman, fucking
Year One,
Nightfall, fucking, stuff that's gonna, like, we're gonna be talking about for the next 30 years. Generational. When's the last thing by both companies?
I know Marvel. I don't know because I'm more of a DC guy than a Marvel guy.
Even with fucking there's been stories that have happened that people thought were decent. There's the Civil Wars. There's the I mean, I guess if you want to play Civil War, maybe.
Which has already been adapted.
Yeah, already been adapted.
Inverted commas.
Right.
So this is where we get to a position now where they're taking these characters that have failed and making failures of stories. I mean, going to the cinema and seeing fucking Quantumania, Commie-Mania, fucking Antifa Man and the Commie-Mania. It was like, it is now getting to, it's embarrassing to watch.
Yeah.
The Marvels was 89 minutes or whatever it was because they cut 42 minutes out of the fucking final cut. Whatever that was fucking embarrassing to watch. It's just like, how the fuck do you make this on the budgets that you make this and dare have the audacity to go, yeah, this is a releasable film.
Yeah.
But when you don't have the characters or the stories to adapt, and you're being
that's what aggravates them, though.
Yeah, that's just it. You're being actively encouraged not to do any research, not to do any reading, not to do it because it is an assimilation of the IP. That's what it is.
Yes. They don't even they feel like it's insulting for them to even reference old shit.
Yes, because they're better.
Yeah, exactly. They think they're better.
We are better than these seminal pieces of work over decades upon decades, which were so popular that they're still revered today because they're a seminal piece of work, and B, written by people with vast amounts more talent than we'll ever have. But we'll do it. We'll do it.
I think that they're in a tough spot because the more that they keep doing this goofy shit, the worse it's going to be should they decide, which is why I think they would never change, should they decide that, okay, we're going to switch it up. We're going to do what just fucking makes sense. Because look, guys, what we're talking about is a fucking layup. I just can't understand how someone can't find a way to make money on fucking Marvel and DC anything. Like, you got to understand, there has been bad films that you got the right to make a bad film. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean it has to be not profitable, right? Like, that's the age that we're in where you can no longer imagine that. And the same can be said for Star Wars, where there was once upon a time where you could just slap the fucking tag on the bitch. Didn't matter how dog water it was. You were going to come out in the black or green for sure. Doesn't matter. You were going to make money. Even if people, maybe it wasn't well received, but you were going to make money. Now, it's no guarantees. Hell, you can make the argument that some people are looking at that tag being slapped on and they're groaning.
When it's something like Star Wars now, I don't care.
Yeah. Or I don't, which is worse.
Got no interest in it.
That's it.
I was speaking something about Lego today. And they're like, oh, you're going to get that Star Wars Interceptor. I was like, no. I said, it's nice. I like the look of it. And I would get into my collection. It's Star Wars. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So there's no point in... Exactly.
I would, and I say this as a guy that went the vast majority of his life as a normie. In Star Wars, I would have never thought that I would see today.
No, if that came out 10 years ago, that TIE Interceptor came out 10 years ago, and it was,
no brainer.
Done.
Not even thinking about the shit.
Done. Might get two. One to build, one to keep.
Yeah.
Now it's shit Clown Wars. Yeah. Shit Clown Wars.
Yeah. That's a weird thing to kind of think about. Like Marvel,
it's
DC,
insane.
fucking Star Wars.
It's insane that I'm such a huge Batman fan and I don't even want to go anywhere near the fucking comic.
That's even more amazing for me.
That's the crazy thing.
That both of us, with us being our favorite characters, like the fact that I'm not every month looking forward to Detective Comics and or a Batman comic.
Yeah.
I would have never thought I would be that. And where I'm okay with it, where I'm like,
oh, I'm fine.
I'm good with it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. I'm fucking good with it. You'd have had this conversation with me fucking 6 years ago, bro. I'd have been like, you fucking crazy.
You're crazy.
Are you out of your fucking mind? What do you mean I don't have a pull list with Batman on it? At least Batman. Even if I said fuck everything else, I'd at least have Batman, Detective Comics, and Batman.
Yeah, because they can't fuck him up.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh boy, Tom! Shout out Tom King, because boy, they fucking can. As we found out, they absolutely can. Fuck that up.
I saw that Prime One were releasing a City of Bane on a throne statue. Great looking statue in terms of just how good the quality. Prime One.
Prime One, it is Prime One. Okay.
But I'm just like, why the fuck are they doing Bane from City of fucking Bane? That was fucking dog shit. Absolute fucking nonsensical dog shit from Tom King. And we're talking about adaptations.
Why the fuck? Good fucking statues too,
dude,
man.
why the fuck isn't there a trilogy of fucking Kingdom Come films? Huh? Why aren't they taking Kingdom Come and made that into a 10-part TV series, massive event streaming series, or a trilogy of movies where you're setting it all up for that third? Why hasn't that been? Why hasn't there been a proper adaptation of Nightfall? How the hell have you not had that? How have you not done a proper adaptation of Batman Hush? How? To me, it's just mind-boggling, absolutely mind-boggling. Nolan had a decent crack at year one. He used quite a bit of imagery from year one. He used sort of like key elements from that. I would say the Tumblr is inspired by Batman the Colt's Batmobile, which comes in because but Nightfall, The Dark Knight Rises is not Nightfall, chat, by any stretch of the imagination. Yes,
no,
Bane,
not even
Bane snaps
close.
Batman's back. That's the way it starts and ends. starts and ends. So it's just insane to me that you haven't made a live action trilogy on Nightfall. Because you could literally do the first movie is Bruce hunting down the criminals, and it ends with Bane breaking his back. That's how the first movie ends. The second movie picks up with Jean-Paul Valley taking on the mantle of the Bat. Over the course of the film, adapting the costume, and by the end of the film, going full fucking psycho and annihilating everything in its path, with Bruce getting his back healed at the end of the second film, moving into Night's End, the third, because that's the film trilogy: Nightfall, Night Quest, Night's End trilogy. And then the third film is Bruce learning to pick up the himself back up from injury, and then getting into a point where he fights Jean-Paul to retake the mantle of the Bat. It's no fucking brainer.
Yeah, layup. No, it's a fucking layup, but I mean, they make this far more difficult than what it needs to be or has to be. And that's what's so mind-boggling to me, because I look at it, gained even more of a perspective with the starting the Rippaverse, and I know how difficult it is to how. Well, I know that there are no guarantees, right? It takes a very long time before you get to a point to where you have a guarantee, and somehow they fuck that up. All these classic stories and writers and artists from the Graham Nolans and Neil Adams and all these guys that have done so much to build it to where it's right where it is now. For just to get to a point to where I and others like yourself, a Batman comic comes out and I'm just like, don't care.
Well, I simply picked this up the other day purely because it's Alex Ross.
Yeah,
it's an Alex Ross cover, and it's doing the old school Batman logo. So I just picked that up purely because of Alex Ross. The story inside by Chip Zdarsky, I have fucking no interest in at all.
Was it Chip that did the Daredevil?
Yeah,
it was Chip.
Yeah. And this is, well, I think Alfred's still dead, because this is it starts off with another time and Alfred's alive. I think Alfred's still
he's still
got his snapped neck. Yeah, because Tom King didn't, thought he hadn't done enough damage to Batman
or the DC Comics universe.
Yeah,
Wally, fuck it, fuck him, kill all the characters.
Yeah, kill them all and make them gay.
Wally, fucking Batman, fucking Harley Quinn, fucking.
No, we're not going. But we're not going into Heroes in Crisis. We're not
Booster Gold. Just fuck them all up. Why not?
It's just baffling to me. Baffling, and this is the frustrating element with the Snyderverse. Absolutely frustrating element. But you think of the Batman with Robert Pattinson, and who talks about that? Fucking nobody. Nobody talks about that film.
That's amazing to me again. Like, it doesn't even feel like a Batman movie has come. You had a movie called The fucking Batman.
The Batman.
And it doesn't even feel like that was a thing, right? You don't get, it's just the aura, everything's different, man. A Batman film, and that was the Batman had to be the first Batman film that I never saw. I personally never saw, which is amazing.
Have you not seen it? Have you not seen it?
No.
Wow.
And this is me, big fucking, this is my favorite fucking character, guys. Batman is my favorite, as an adult, is my favorite comic book character. And Eric July didn't go see a fucking movie titled The Batman.
It's crazy because it's a 2 hour 45 movie, 2 hour 45 minute movie. 2 hours of it is okay. It's pretty good. It's okay. Not great, not fantastic. It's okay. It's okay. And then the last 45 minutes is dog shit, absolute dog shit. The third act is fucking window licking crap. But there was like little things in there in that film. I'm just like, are you fucking assholes? And you fucking assholes in as much as like they were setting up Tommy for Hush. They were clearly setting up a little bit of Hush going on there, or certainly some nods to Hush. And I was just like, then why didn't you fucking make Hush?
It's too easy. It's too obvious.
You had to make the fucking the last third act. Batman fights fucking YouTubers. I'm just like, oh my god. If you're gonna set something like Hush up, and they by the way, they annihilate Thomas Wayne. Oh my god, they fucking kill Thomas Wayne. They fucking destroy that character. And it's just to me, it's baffling, and I don't understand why they aren't doing these absolute classics. These absolute classics.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you think that, I know the answer, I can answer this, but I want to ask you. We were talking about 30 years from now, right? We're still talking about movies and shit. Do you think that in terms of the historical relevance, even though people rag on it all the time, that Batman and Robin will have a better impression than the Batman? Historically speaking.
I think historically speaking, I think they will both be as ignored as each other.
Okay.
Because we're only 2 years removed from the Batman, and nobody talks about it. It doesn't have any impact.
But that's why I think, I mean, even though we talk about how maybe it wasn't the best, we still talk about Batman and Robin.
We make references. What references are we making to the Batman? Zero.
That's what I'm saying.
None. But we'll take the piss out of Batman and Robin. You know, we'll do all the fucking shing. Don't leave the cave without it.
Yeah.
Bat nipples, of course.
Yeah.
Hello, Freeze. I'm Batman. One of the worst fucking deliveries of a line in the fucking history of fucking cinema. You know, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the absolute nonsensical Bane. And stuff like that. But there's nothing that's being referenced in terms of the Batman. Nothing. So the likelihood
apathy,
is,
I think, is worse than passionate people not giving a fuck. I'd rather people be passionate about, let's say if I put out ISOM 70 and somebody didn't like it, or the community was like, I wasn't a fan of that. But they're passionate, they're fans. I'd much rather that happen than me putting out an ISOM comic that people are like,
eh. If you're, we all know this, but if you're angry, if you're fucking ranting about something, it's because you care.
Bingo. I know that's our
you
perspective.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, again, a distinction that is very, very important that I think gets lost on some people.
Yeah.
Just look at our fucking backgrounds.
Yeah, we know what we've had,
yes,
and we know what we've got, and that's what makes us angry. So that's what makes us angry. That's what makes us rant, rave, whatever. With Star Wars, as we just mentioned before, now I don't give a fuck. To me, watching the Acolyte or Ahsoka or something like that.
What's the one that's coming up that I've already forgot about?
The Acolyte.
Oh, that's the Acolyte.
Yeah. That to me is purely content for my channel.
Yeah.
To rip, because it's dog shit.
Yeah.
It's dog shit, and I know that the audience will get fun out of that show just being roasted to fuck. But if it's good, I'll say, oh, that's good. But it's not. That's just the point, because it's fucking Disney Star Wars and it's dog shit. But now we've got to the point, like I said, where we're not even picking up the comic of our favorite fucking character.
That's amazing. Crazy to think about.
30 years of collecting. 30 years of collecting.
That's fucking wild, bro.
And it's not because we don't have the finances. It's not because
we got more money now than we've ever had in our lives.
Had the ability to do. And I'm picking up 2 mainstream comics right now.
And that's it.
Ultimate Spider-Man and Transformers. Both are excellent. Both are really well written. So I'll pick it up. If it's good, I'll pick it up. I've been picking up, indie stuff. I've been picking up all Mark Millar stuff.
Mm-hmm. Shout out.
When something's good, I'll pick it up. But I'm not even picking up my favorite fucking heroes books because I don't want to go near this shit. And I'll tell you another thing, and I'll tell you this absolutely straight down the line, mate. One of the reasons is because what they did to Tim fucking Drake just absolutely soured me on everything.
Yeah.
30 years of great development by predominantly Chuck Dixon.
Yes. Let's
30 years of a great relationship, a great complex relationship with Stephanie Brown.
Yep.
And then some narcissistical shithead fucking bint bitch goes, I want to make Tim suck a dick. Okay, let's do it. Killed. Dead. Dead character. Dead character in a dead fucking company. Which is DC, of course, dead company.
That's what it stands for.
And that's what it does. That's what doing this fucking superficial dog shit to your favorite characters does. You're not stunning and brave. You're a narcissistical twat.
Yes.
That's what you are. You can't see past your own vision of you and what you are.
Yes.
You can't put yourself into Tim's shoes and be Tim Drake. You got to put yourself into Tim's shoes and be you.
Yep. That's what they do.
You're fucking garbage. You're a garbage writer. You're a garbage person. And you're fucking bland as a fucking vanilla.
Yeah. That's what this is boils down to. It's, man, I mean, it's a bad spot that you want to be in when you have something that people are actual fans of. And again, that's the distinction that has to get made. So you got more than 4 likes.
Yeah. Yeah. Just ballsack.
That's all it took.
Yeah.
But the mainstream is really, really all falling out with a head over heels for T. Franklin.
Oh,
such a draw that T. Franklin is.
It isn't just cultural vandalism. It is self-deletion. It is suicide. It's company, it's corporate, character suicide.
Yes. You're actively fucking yourself over.
Yeah, nobody has a single fucking bollock to stand up to this shit. Not one. Not one.
Speaks to how bad the infestation is.
Yeah.
That you don't have anybody I mean, hell, if anything, you had the opposite, where you would have people that would act like it's all fucking roses and sunshine and comics have never been better.
No.
They're booming, actually.
No, they are not. Yours are.
Yeah.
Some other independents are.
Yeah.
Theirs aren't. They got fucking Alan Scott sucking dicks in a fucking truck stop. That's comics.
Hey, man, that's what the times. It just looked like that's what Chip Sheridan said. That's how New York looked at the time, and just trucks and
dick sucking.
It wasn't meant to be a lot lizard or whatever the fuck. It was just truck stops.
Yeah.
In 1950s.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck.
Oh, how did I get here? What is this? Better give it a quick suck just in case.
That's
trucking and sucking, yes. Trucking and sucking. Who the fuck is wanting to seriously, right? Who the fuck is wanting to read that? If you're talking about mainstream, you know, a straight guy's not going to want to read that. It's not his bag. It's not his proclivity. So your audience is going to be predominantly gay, right? So what percentage of 3% is going to pick that up? 0.00, because we're talking about comic fucking readers here. 0.0.
It's already niche, and the character isn't even like the people. The normies don't even.
Niche.
Yeah, like it's not even like people. Granted, yes, he is the first fucking Green Lantern, right?
He's the first, but he's not the most popular.
Yeah, he's not the most popular. So you're taking a niche audience and breaking it down even more.
Yes. Yes.
Why the fuck would you do that?
He's a niche of a niche of a niche.
Yeah. Which is why you'll only sell tens of comics.
Yes. And that's why Elton John hasn't received any money so he can stop stigmatizing AIDS.
Because there's no royalties, and in order to get royalties, you have to
you gotta fucking sell shit.
That's true.
It's easy to produce shit. Selling shit, that's a different kettle of fish.
That's true.
Holy crap.
That's rough, bro.
Rougher than reading a Tim Sheridan comic. Rougher than a truck stop in Alan Scott's world.
Oh man, it's fuck, dude. I mean, imagine that it's 2024.
You know, I tell you what, Eric, you could make that book. There's nothing theoretically wrong with making that book for that audience, okay? But that's the type of book that you make for that audience when your comics are thriving.
No, you can afford to gamble then.
That you can just go, look, we'll do something for this niche audience. It's not going to sell. It's not going to make us money. But we're letting this guy tell a story or however you want to position it, and we can cover that because we're making bank with all these other things. But everything's fucked. Everything's fucked, and you want to put.
They don't have anything outside of merchandise that anybody's really interested in, and even that is. I mean, I think they're doing themselves in long term. We've already seen the result of that because nobody's into Star Wars, nobody's into DC, nobody's into Marvel, and I'm not saying that.
Star Trek, no one's into Doctor Who.
Yeah,
they're already, they're already slagging off Doctor Who's actors. Are already slagging off the fans before the new series come out.
Yeah,
because they know it's going to be fucking poorly received.
Tutti Guattari, whatever his fucking name is, had some interesting things to say about which I think does represent the attitude. Basically, it's the Kelly Sue DeConnick way of selling a product.
Because that's how they all speak. Yeah. That's how they all deal with each other. Self-righteous, privileged pricks that talk down to their audience. Did I ever feel great writers, Chuck Dixon, Alan Grant, people like that I was reading a lot of? Did I ever feel that they were writing down to me? I gotta write down to this guy because it's just some fucking blue collar piece of shit. You know? No, never. I felt that they always were writing great stuff that you could really get into. These people, they think they're better than you.
Yeah.
They think they're better than you, and they look down at you.
And they think they're better than their predecessors. Like, that. I mean, the only reason you're able to even do this property is because of what the foundation that they laid. The foundation you're now trying to dig up actively.
And then, quite rightly,
and then quite literally, you end
get
up
the
like old Max in a catastrophic month.
When you look down to your audience, you've lost. You've lost immediately. When you're talking down to them, browbeating them, good luck.
Never works.
Good luck.
It never works. You turn off your audience, and look, it isn't even just that. It's not just producing something that people do not like. it's producing something that people don't give a fuck about, which is dangerous, man, for any brand. Like where they're like, I just don't care. You're putting out something I don't care.
Right. There is so much dog shit with them, right? Let's actually take a current, or certainly within recent history, Batman writer that was revered as good, Scott Snyder.
Okay.
Right? I personally think Scott Snyder is very hit or miss and way too windy. She's got to fucking trim it back big time.
Okay.
So, but let's take Scott Snyder as somebody that's definitely, I think for the most part, considered good. A top of his current, he's one of the top of the game at the moment, right? Scott Snyder cannot hold a candle to what Chuck Dixon did for Batman.
It's not even honest.
Not even close. Not even close.
No.
And that's not being cruel to Scott Snyder. It's just simply for what Chuck Dixon was doing with Batman and Batman-related characters, Nightwing, Robin, etc. What he was doing with those characters, the amount of work that he was putting out, the quality of that work that he was putting out, and how it's still, a lot of it today, still talked about, still discussed. And then you look at Scott Snyder, what would put Court of Owls? And that's pretty much where it starts and ends. Court of Owls. The Batman Who Laughs. I can't stand the character. I fucking hate that fucking piece of shit. Not because they're so well written. You hate. No, they're just crap.
I'm not a fan. I didn't like the whole Perpetua fucking whatever multiverse
Dark metal crap. It was shockingly
was
bad.
Not a fan. Was not not a fan.
Sold. It did sell.
Yeah.
Black Mirror is his best work.
Yeah.
Black Mirror, which was the backup story in Detective Comics, which dealt with Jim Gordon's son, James, that we last saw in year 1, I think it was, in the 88 or whenever. That was his best work. That's the best thing that Scott Snyder's ever done for DC.
Yeah.
Was Black Mirror.
No.
Or Dark Mirror. It was a Black Mirror, Dark Mirror. One of the two. And yeah, he can't hold a candle to Chuck Dixon. So that's your best of your best in current day. Theoretically, you could bring in your Sean Gordon Murphy in there. I would say that Sean Gordon Murphy is a better writer than Scott Snyder personally, more consistent than Scott Snyder personally.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
But again, who would I pit if I pit Sean Gordon Murphy and Chuck Dixon together in terms of what they've done for Batman? It's still a no-brainer, absolute no-brainer.
True.
And they're your best.
And still alive.
And they ain't bringing their best to the table. Yeah, very much so. In their prime. Their prime.
Still alive. One works over here. Just saying. So it ain't like they're not around.
I mean, Alpha Core was fucking brilliant. It was a great read.
Yeah.
Chuck hasn't missed a beat.
No, he's still in his prime. He's still fucking doing his thing.
Has not missed a beat.
He has another one that that him and Joe have teamed up on. You guys are gonna read The Horseman, you're gonna fucking love it. There's another one that he's teamed up on that we haven't said shit about, man. Holy fuck. He very much is in his prime. But yeah, they'd rather have fucking Tom King and fucking
T. Franklin
and Tim Sheridan
and Beg Seg and one of the other fucking absolute garbage that they don't even deserve to be a fucking dog on the floor in the room getting scraps. We're 2 hours in. I guess we better do some supers, eh?
Oh yeah, might as well. Hey, chat, what's up, chat? How y'all doing out there?
Hey, fucking, are we on?
Yeah, I will. The camera's on the whole time. Huh?
Oh, camera's on been off. Shit. Fuck. I forgot to
While you
press,
start, I'm gonna go fucking take a leak. So
Yeah. Chat, thank you for letting us have our chit chat. Let's get into you guys now. That's what she said. Must have a rod up your pooper for the $2. Says for the two pilly TP fund, get the good stuff. I'll get some good toilet paper with that. I'm gonna get the Andrex, three layered Andrex, soft on your bum. Appreciate that. Best name I can think of with a 20 says for the hoose. Going in the book. It's going in the book. Here we go. Boinky do. Bang. Thank you. Transformers fan with a $10 says a few more weeks of Yaira. Really glad to be excited for comics again besides the current Transformers run, which is excellent, by the way. That Skybound series is some really good shit. I'm really glad to be part of the fandom. This fandom, same with my best friend. We will win. But it's interesting that, you know, this move from IDW, which was fucking, you couldn't pay me to read a fucking IDW comic, to Skybound, which is Eastman's. Yeah. Eastman, it's a Walking Dead guy. And this, technically published by Image, but Skybound. This is fucking great. If you're a Transformers fan, you need to pick it up. You need to pick it up. It's brilliant. Harrison 11106 with a 20 says, question to you both. Who would be your dream character to write / or own? Original Mickey Mouse will soon go public domain. I think Soups is next. Not that I'm hinting. I mean, you probably gather Batman is our big boy. Mm-hmm. I'd love a bit of that. Yep. I already know of some people that are putting Superman stories together for it to go public domain. Yeah, there'll be probably some of the best Superman stuff written since Dan Jurgens. I love Dan Jurgens' Superman, man. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
For what Chuck Dixon did to Batman, Dan Jurgens did to Superman. For me, he was just insane. Well-read comics with a $10 says, hail to one of my favorite shows, Ripping the Silverback as an Eric July. You rock. Had a great review of Alpha Core and loved interview with Andrew. Awesome time. Much love, Ripper.
Shout out. I did see that y'all guys were live. I didn't get a chance to watch it all the way through, man, but I'm glad y'all had a great time. Hell yeah.
We had a great spoiler discussion about Alpha Core.
Yes.
I didn't read it, of course. I just fucking winged that whole stream.
Just made, figure it out.
But I think we're gonna do a Yaira one as well. So we're gonna do a Yaira spoiler discussion, and you absolutely. Alpha Core was a doozy. If you're not picked up Alpha Core, chat, pick up Alpha Core. And
it's available, honestly, baby.
If you have $30 free, obviously $30 is a lot of money, but if you do have $30 free, I am telling you, pick up that fucking Joe Bennett artwork book from Alpha Core, because it is breathtaking, fucking breathtaking how good those pencils are.
Wow, he is. Joe Bennett knows what the fuck he's doing, man. He's so good.
David Harvey gifting 10
shout out
memberships to the stream. David, you're an absolute legend, sir. Thank you, man. Trish Page has become a member as well. Trish, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Josh Kelsey dropping a 20, turning around, walking out to a truck stop to pick up Alan Scott. Love you, Josh.
Fuck.
He might say something in the next super now. Warwick Dorner with a £2 says the purple circle is a
that's tough.
Pickle Rickle with a £2 says umbrella for horse. I don't even know what it fucking represents. I don't care. More importantly, I don't care.
No idea, man. Your guess is as good as mine, man.
Sheepsidian with a 10. Shout out, Sheep. Umbrella hasn't been the same since Wesker's demise in the fall of Tricell.
Yep.
Umbrella gone woke.
Oh, imagine that.
It is though. It is. It's fucking woke Umbrella.
Yeah.
Prof X with a $5 says, please take Kanan's character drawings, print, frame, sell, and repeat for the rest of the characters. You can have more of my money for this idea.
All right, I got
He's
you.
been putting out some beautiful pictures.
Yeah, man,
on
he does that. He does a little warm up. He gets the day started, and he's so good, man. He is so fucking good.
Guy Incognito with a 5 Canadian says Resident Evil has had the G antiviruses. Las Plagas is the L. Now we just need the B virus and the LGBT.
It was Umbrella all along.
all along.
Oh, it's good.
It was Umbrella the whole time, huh?
The whole fucking time, man. Damn.
General Duality with a 5 says, Hail as and Ripper. Ripper, will the Rippaverse have a booth at Dallas Fan Expo, or is that still being figured out?
It is still being figured out, man. Like I'm gonna be honest, like we're doing everything that we can. It's just they're backed up a lot on like as far as the booths are concerned. It's not as big in terms of the space that they have allocated as like MegaCon. So you're operating already with limited space. So while I don't like it, it doesn't make as much sense for us not to be there. But we're still trying. We're still waiting. We're going to be at Dallas. Well, next year that's for sure going to happen. But we're going to be at Denver. But yeah, I don't know if Dallas is going to happen. We're still working on it. As soon as we know for sure, we'll let you guys know.
Legalized Adulthood dropping a 20 gifted. I know he's left now, but if you come back and you're watching this later on again, big shout out to you. He's a naughty fucking boy. He's a naughty boy, and I love him. Gravestone has been a member for 5. Says gay spiders. Who eats who? Oh, they're definitely eating each other. It's definitely dog eat dog.
Rough.
Emphasis on the fucking dog. Peter Darker with a $10 says Hail Rip and Silverback. Y'all cash me outside though, y'all doing the TikTok NPC meme, making more money here than my comic sales. Shout out to the real Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
So silly, man.
Samuel Adderton with a $10 says never again will we have a line like there's only one God, ma'am, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't dress like that. I couldn't believe it made the final cut in 2012. Kelechi, if I pronounce your name wrong, dude, forgive me. I'm going to go Kelechi, okay, with a $5. Says, can someone tell me what the fuck? Oh, dude. Don't get me fucking starting on this one. Can someone tell me what the fuck Jim Lee is doing over at DC? I'll tell you. He's fishing and cashing a paycheck. That's what he's doing. Fishing and cashing a paycheck. Does he not see the company he's supposed to be running in literal flames right now? He's a figurehead. That's it. He's a figurehead to be wheeled out. And Jim Lee. Yeah, he's overseeing it all, but he's fishing, dude. He's fishing and cashing a paycheck.
Not sure what Jim Lee's job is, to be honest. No, he's like, what was the co-editor? I don't know what the fuck.
He's editor-in-chief, director.
Not sure. Not quite sure what he does. Could not tell you.
Definitely not sure what he does. Don't even know what his title is right now. But pretty sure he's just there to be wheeled out for people to go, Jim Lee! And then wheeled back again. Fishing and paycheck cashing, mate.
Easiest gig you ever get.
Yeah, because he sure as fuck don't care. When I had my little exchange with him on Twitter in 2020, That said it all.
Mm.
The guy thought a little collection of scrollings that he did over the course of 60 days would sell more than actually producing a comic for comic book shops for them to sell. We're dealing with people who have they're not in touch.
No, not
in
in touch.
Celtric with a $5 says, I can't wait for Peter, Bruce, and Clark to come out as gay. Next month, dude. Next month.
Yeah.
Enoch Mamon with a $10 says, I'm watching the TNG episode Conspiracy right now. There's a black female captain named Captain Tryla Scott in it. Yes. The youngest person to make captain in Starfleet. She predates Mikey Spock by 29 years. It's almost like SDD didn't actually add diversity. Dude, we could talk about this literally for hours. We
haven't even mentioned Trek on fucking. We talk Star Wars, but
remember, on black people were invented in 2016. So were women.
True.
So I think you're incorrect there. No, Star Trek. Oh God, this is the thing which does my honor. Diversity has always existed. People just didn't have to scream it.
True.
They just didn't have to scream it. It was there for you to. You could see. You know, you pick up any Arnold film. You pick up any fucking film from the 80s. Got an eclectic group of people in there, but they were characters. They weren't colors.
Yeah,
that's the difference. Today, they're only the colors. They're not characters anymore. The colors and the genders. That's it. That's where it's so different. And Star Trek Discovery is to say is an abomination is a compliment. It's a fucking abortion, is what it is. It's a 9-month late term abortion. That's what that fucking thing is. It's not Star Trek. It's not Star Trek at all. Eject with a 5 says, in the next issue, Batman and Robin become lovers. It's titled Broke Bat Mountain. Coming next month. Raven Watch has been a member for 44. Thank you, Raven. Fear the Tardo with a $10 says, Tardo not want make Nightwing gay. Tardo won't give Poison Ivy big chest cushions. Comic pros better take. Lock it in, yay! Out fudging mouths. Lock it in, yay!
Fear the Tardo. Shut up. Fuck, man.
Always makes me laugh. TJ has been a member for 28. Another epic episode of Ripping the Silverback.
Hell yeah.
Was only 7 minutes late today. I blame Eric for getting me into collecting comics for the first time. Shout out.
Hell yeah. Love to hear that.
There you go. New customers. What a surprise. As if they can exist.
Yeah.
Samuel Harrison with a 20. Can we agree at this point that the IPs are specifically targeted? Lord of the Rings, Wheel of Time, Superman, Batman, Warhammer. To what end, though? Make men weak, demoralize them, indoctrinate them?
I think it's more the latter 2 points more than anything. Maybe the former happens because of the
as a consequence of yes.
Yeah, but for sure it does seem like the way I see it is these properties are vehicles for the sort of activists that exist in today's day and age, and it's a means to an end. They know, we just talked about T. Franklin can do her own obscure, weird comic. Nobody's gonna know about the shit. Nobody's gonna care about it. But if T. Franklin can tie this activity to Poison Ivy or Harley Quinn or Spider Folk, well, it's more likely to get eyes on it. So they understand cultural influence, and leftists have always used that to their advantage. So yeah. I would argue that they are targeted because they want the influence, and the influence comes with hijacking sort of cultural iconic things.
True. But yeah, demoralization is definitely key to that. Demoralize the customers, make them leave, bring in their new customers, which don't exist. Oh, it's a dead franchise. Move on to the next. Rinse and repeat.
Yep.
Graph Webb with the $2 says, for fuck's sake! Hashtag cancel Disney Plus. Already have. Where you head? Defendo99 with the $2 says, for fuck's sake! Hashtag cancel PlayStation Network.
Cancel it all.
I do. Yeah, I need to. Mine runs out in September, so I got time. But yeah, that's what if you want to protest the censorship in Stellar Blade, don't not buy the game because it's not Shift Up's fault and it's a good game. You want to hit it where it properly hurt, where it's meant to hurt. Sony. Remdog1138 with the $10 says, when I sold my comic to shops, I matched the direct market sale price of 2/5 of cover price.
Yeah, so that sounds about right. Like I say, when you look at it like that, I don't see how these guys will be making money off this shit, man. I'm just gonna be honest.
No. Alfavre with a 20 says, breaks my heart that the hobby I grew up loving, now I don't want to buy Marvel DC. I'll only buy stuff for certain artists. And even then, if I find an artist I like, I have to check social media to make sure they're not psycho. Sad. Yeah, like I'll pick up some Alex Ross stuff. I'll pick up some J. Scott Campbell stuff. I'll pick up some Stanley Lau Art Germ stuff. I'm just picking those out because they do predominantly mainstream. All I see from Alex Ross is Alex Ross posting pictures that he does.
Yeah, he's always talking about his art and shit. He doesn't really get into all the weeds or all the other stupid shit.
No. J. Scott Campbell had his little moment a couple of years or so ago, 3 years ago, where he clearly has a right head on his shoulders, and then he got the call. He got the night call.
Yeah.
And then I did an absolute scathing video, and then he kind of walked back some of the stuff he did on the night call. And I think and after that, not a peep, just wants to fucking draw. All that Stanley Lau does, all that Art Germ does, just posts his pictures. That's all he does.
Yeah.
So I'm quite happy to do that. There's a couple of other artists. If I see their stuff, I'll pick it up, or a couple of nice looking covers, I'll pick them up. But like you said, we're not. We're massive Batman fans, Eric and I. We're not even picking up his fucking books.
Crazy.
That is mental. Best name I can think of with a $5 says, remember when DC meant distinguished competition? Sad times. But it's always stood for Detective Comics. That's what DC stands for. So it was Detective Comics.
Yep. The Detective Comics. Detective Comics squared.
Yeah. Mike S. Hangout with a $5 says, do you believe that eventually the pendulum will swing back to sanity? Could we get good comics and movies again?
I think it will. I just don't think it's gonna come through the traditional means. I just think people need to be accepting of this. I'm just being honest with you. And I'm not saying it's just because the Rippaverse exists. Yeah, we're going to benefit from that. But I do think that the days of the like newly burdened sort of mega corporation is over. I think the ones that have been around are the first in, and they will remain, and some will end up going away. But a lot of the success stories that you're going to see are going to be far more decentralized. They're going to be far more. So yeah, you're going to get good comics. You're going to get good movies, but don't anticipate that maybe some of the ones that pop off are Paramount and fucking Universal and Disney, and maybe it's not. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not Marvel. Maybe it's not DC. So it's going to look a lot different, and I think people need to prepare themselves for that.
Yeah. What we don't need is a complete pendulum swing.
Well, that would just be you don't want that.
Would be just as bad.
Yeah.
We want to see some sort of normality. There's nothing wrong with putting some messages in. There's nothing wrong with putting some morality in. If the fucking morality is the right fucking morality, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it has to be done. But it's always done through intelligent writing, so you don't feel as if you're being lectured to. Star Trek dealt with social issues. not social justice, social issues. So all these people that always scream that it's always been left leaning, it's always been far left. No, it's always tackled social issues, and it did it in a way that was wrapped up in entertainment. So you could just watch it from an entertainment perspective and not feel as if you were in any way, shape, or form lectured to, or you were having messages rammed down your throat. And more importantly, when they did the ones which were clear message ones that were still well written, invariably they were written with an open mind to you. And how do you interpret this? Which side do you fall on? Which kind of people do you agree with? And often they would show both sides relatively sympathetic in some way, that you could easily empathize with people that at first glance not necessarily empathetic. But all of that involves good writers, and holy shit, are we getting fucking virtually none of that crap again?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Samuel Adderton with a $20 says it's reached a point. Well, by the way, Samuel, you've been very generous tonight, man.
Oh yeah.
It's reached a point where people need to become the best versions of themselves in real life to inspire a renaissance. Write your own stories, sing your own songs, make your own movies, and support independent creators. I think we're going to start to see the rise of more independent movie. I think we're going to start to see the rise of more independent video game, AA video game.
I've already seen it. Helldivers and the Power Worlds and these are not by any means triple or quadruple A or whatever the fuck. And they're dominating. They have dominated. So I think that's what I think the future is going to look like. You'll have some mid tier and lower. When I say tier, I'm meaning like they're not spending maybe $1 billion or $500 million to produce some shit, but it's very competitive.
Oh, did you hear Alan Woke 2
has still not made money?
Has not made money.
Yes. Imagine our shock.
Yeah, my shock indeed. Look how shocked I am.
Quite amazing.
Yeah, absolutely shocked. The eyeball. It's the Last of Us 2 effect. Is it as bad as The Last of Us Part 2? Well,
I don't think it assassinated a character as bad as what Last of Us 2 did.
No, it brought in a dog shit character. Is what it did for the most part. That overshadowed who the main character of the game actually is.
Yeah.
But it was, Mauler, he couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish it. Couldn't. It was dog shit. There was barely any gameplay. The story was fucking pathetic, and what was she called? Saga Anderson was just fucking shite. Absolute shite. So this doesn't shock me because that game comes out, and even though the Games Awards were throwing it, the Games Awards are just shill awards. It's just that's all it is. It's the Oscars. It's it's the industry voting on itself. That's what it is. And there's only one category, isn't it? Which is the public's favorite game of the year. The one that, the year that Ghost of Tsushima beat The Last of Us Part 2. The only award which means anything, which is what the gamers actually think is the best game of the year.
Yeah.
So you can give Last of Us Part 2. You can give Alan Woke 2. As many awards as you want. Sales. And clearly that game came out and people have been anticipating a Alan Wake sequel like myself for 11 odd years. I love the first game, love the first Alan Wake game. And then it comes out and people play it and they're like, oh, it's shit. And that's when the sales stop, folks. So even though it sold, I think it was the biggest seller that Remedy had done in terms of a game, because of the budget and because of the drop off on sales very quickly, it has not made money. It is not made.
That's what matters, bro. At the end of the day, that's your measure, man. I mean, I can guarantee you they didn't put that out with the intention that it was going to lose money.
No. Sweet Baby Stink, do it again. Do it again. Hey, let's take and then Sweet Baby were claiming that it was Remedy's decision to make Sargrand to race change. To race change Sargranderson. And I'm pressing all the X's to doubt on that. Consider everything that Kim Bellend said pretty much for every pitch that she did when she went to a company was, have you thought about making them black? Which is all of her pitches. So I'm pretty sure that was touted. And then they went, do you know what? We're gonna change Saga to a black woman. And then I mean, I didn't their decision. I mean, it's always gonna be their decision, it's their company, but if they're taking on advice from Sweet Baby Stink. Anyway, the character was shit. And so was the game. Keltrick with a $10 says, when the Japanese introduce a gay trans character, 9 times out of 10, it's a solid character. Like Bon Clay from One Piece, you'll know you're bad at writing. Alice in Borderland. Alice in Borderland on Netflix, Japanese show. Clearly, there is a gender ambiguous character. Probably the best character in the show. Do they ever refer to their gender ambiguity? No. What do? They make it a character. That's the difference. You can have. I mean, I think 99.9% of people that claim they're trans aren't trans. They're just attention-seeking fucking narcissists. But you can have different voices, should we say? You can have different colored characters. You can have different sexuality characters. As long as that doesn't define the character, then there's nothing wrong with that.
It's not a rocket science. It really isn't. They make it that way because they suck.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Star Trek: The Next Generation. Hello. 2 girls, 1 dude. 2 girls, 1 cup. Right there. But take something like Star Trek Next Generation. Worf, black. Geordie LaForge, black. Dr. Crusher, woman. Counselor Troy, woman. Data, android. Not even fucking human. So they've all got traits and diversity, but the characters first and foremost, and that's what makes them so beloved. If they made a character like Geordie LaForge now, do you think they make Geordie how Geordie is in the show? No, because they'll be like, oh no, he's no, he needs to be better than this. He needs to be better than that. We can't have the fucking white captain. No, we need. It'd be an absolute. You get what you get. Star Trek diversity where they cry on the bridge every episode, and all the guys are gay, and all the women are fucking crashing the ship. And fat, fucking ugly.
Oh shit!
I might have gone off there.
Oh man.
Defendo 99 with a $10 says, I need Alpha Core 2 yesterday.
He's already working on it. He's already working on it. I think that is actually going to end up being. Look, Chuck Dixon is a fucking machine. We got of books that y'all haven't heard of. There are already 2 full scripts that are done by Chuck that we haven't even announced. And I think Alpha Core, no, 3. I got the 3rd one, I think, earlier this week. So I need to follow up on that. I actually got that on my notes. And then I think the next one that he's about to start finishing up is Alpha Core 2. A lot of people are waiting for that. I think Yaira number 2 is going to start, I mean, soon as well. Even though, yeah, we already know you guys are going to like it. But Yaira 2 is, well, not going to start, is going to continue on. Let's say that.
Yeah.
So we cooking. ISOM 3, we rocking and rolling, baby.
Jokingly has been a member for Nice as a Ripper. Maybe do a meetup during Dallas Con if you can't get a booth.
We talked about that. Kara and I, we'll see what we end up doing. We have discussed that, but yeah, that may be our option there for sure.
Garfield's Bizarre Adventure has been a member for Forces. Hey, Eric, I recently have been accused of being a paid agent of the Rippaverse. Where do I collect my paycheck?
Same place Ass gets his.
Billions of dollars I get paid per episode. Per episode of the show. Billions. 3.8 billion an episode I get paid for.
There you go. Same place as
Same place I cash my check. Yeah. Walmart. Inopmamon with a $2 says, finished Conspiracy. Wow. That got gory at the end. B-Buster with a 17-month says, thanks a lot, Eric. Because of you, Isom, Alpha Core, and Yaira are the first comics I bought since 1970.
Ooh, hell yeah. Woo. I love to hear that. See, that's what is so necessary right now. It's about getting new readers, whether they're guys that are back like yourself or whether they've never picked up a comic in their life. I think that's a cool thing about what the Rippaverse is doing for a lot of people, and it's just bringing people to comics, man, like putting new eyes on it that weren't already regular collectors. So I love this. I fucking love this. Love to see this.
Brilliant. And that catches us up.
Oh, beautiful.
Eric, before we go, sir, anything that you'd like to plug?
Well, just keep supporting Yaira #1 over at Rippaverse.com. We got some cool things that we will be doing very, very soon, or announcing with the Rippaverse. Really excited for you guys to start getting books in hand as well later this month. It's going to be an exciting time. So, but that's it. Rippaverse all day long. Become a member if you have not already considered that. But yeah, that's all I got. Next week will be on my channel with Ribbon and Silverback, which will be fun. I'm sure. Maybe we'll have a big set. Who knows? We'll see. Anything
Very
can happen. I mean, the month just ended. April just ended. So we'll get news and updates.
Could be catastrophic.
If April was a catastrophic month, and we'll be sure to report on that.
Chat, I am trying to get this MILF Manor season 2 episode 1 video done. It's very difficult because I am having a new bathroom installed, and there is a lot of banging and ripping out and noise, and it's impossible to record while they're here. So just bear with me. So we might have to leave it to the weekend when I can actually concentrate on doing that without them here. But yeah, today was day one of getting the bathroom gutted, and it has been gutted. I've literally got a gutted bathroom with a toilet. That's all that's left, so I can poop and pee. So yeah, lots of banging, Kara. Dirty girl. Dirty fucking girl. So I will try and get onto that, but it will come out at some point. I believe Disbrew's just put out his episode 1 review of MILF Manor. So I will try. But yeah, the bathroom people are going to be here for the next couple of weeks. My house is a disaster zone right now. Holy Jesus, titty fuck. Thank you, everyone who came to watch today. Mods, thank you so much indeed for giving up your free time. Everybody who super chatted, remembered, gifted memberships. Thank you very much indeed for supporting the channel. Next week, as Eric said, we'll be over on his channel for Ripping the Silverback 24.
Yeah.
Until then, no, I've got no shower, guy. I'm taking whore baths. Right now. Also going to the gym and using the showers there. But that's
that works.
Yeah, it's a cheeky way. It's the only way. Or nipping off to a hotel. I booked a hotel room the other night just so I could have a shower.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
What you gotta do? Yeah, whore baths for the most part. Fill that sink, scrub that gusset. Until then, you take care, everyone. Bye for now.